Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe, and welcome to my review of Dishonored. I'll probably chuck in the odd hint or two here and there, but yeah, I just wanted to. This is the final level. I finally finished my murderous playthrough. It's called High Chaos in this. Anyway, I finally finished my first playthrough of the game, and I remain very impressed. I was impressed when I first started it, and I've been impressed all the way through it. The game doesn't get laborious. Keeps sufficiently good level design in there to keep you on your toes. The enemies get tougher as well. I noticed, especially after level 5 onwards, they got very tough indeed. The enemies. Obviously, they're not very tough if you manage to get behind them by surprise. They still drop like a sack of shit. But if you alert them to your presence and they put up a fight, then they are quite tough to get past. So anyway, my review. We'll start with what I like, which is a much longer list than what I don't like. The graphics are very pretty. It does pretty well for the place. I mean, it's a game that's available on all 3 platforms. I still think it looks very good for a PlayStation game. Obviously, it's not going to be quite up there with the likes of Killzone 3 and Uncharted, but those are made by developers who only develop for the PlayStation 3. I still think Arcane Studios have done a very good job. Excuse me. The visual style they use as well is worth praising them for. It's a steampunk Victorian type look they've got to it, and I think it works really well. It helps differentiate the way the game looks from most other games. I mean, Far Cry 3 is a modern day one, Uncharted's a modern day one, Tomb Raider's now in the modern era. They all look current, whereas this is it tries to be a little bit more historical in its look, which I like. I like the way you can approach each level your own way. Basically, it's like Tenchu is what it reminds me of the most. It's right, here's a level, here's an objective, and get there however you want. It doesn't. You're not penalised for murdering everybody or letting everybody live. In fact, you're encouraged to do both things, because the trophies you get are reliant on. Certainly there's one called Dunwalling Chaos, which I get at the end of this video. Well, the clip I'm watching anyway, not necessarily at the end of this video when I upload it. But you basically need to play through the game on High Chaos mode, which is basically murder everyone, which is what I've done on this one, because this map is in daylight and it's not raining if you're playing low chaos. But yeah, you need to play through the game both ways. You need to do a stealthy one and a murderous one in order to get all the trophies. I like the blink ability and the other supernatural powers. And obviously, blink has the most impact on how quickly you can get through a level and how quietly. But all the supernatural powers. I mean, bend time. I'll confess, I didn't use it very much, and it's not because I didn't like it. It's just I'm forgetting. To be honest, I did try and sneak up on most of the enemies. There's only occasions like this where I actually actively went out looking for a fight. Anyway. The other supernatural, it's worth experimenting with different supernatural powers just to see what suits you. I mean, the other one I used a lot was dark vision, which allows you to see through walls and see where guards are looking and stuff. That's pretty important. I didn't really use possession that much. I used it on one level to get in to one of the buildings because I possessed a fish. I've done that twice actually. I used the fish to get in buildings. I didn't actually unlock the ability to possess humans, which is possession level 2, until quite a bit later on, and I don't think I ever used it actually. If you're looking for guides on how to get through this game without being spotted and stuff, the 2 best ones I recommend is there's one by GameSpot, which is very good. It's a non-detection, no-kill gate playthrough, but they do use the supernatural powers like possession and stuff. I'll put the link in the description. But the other one worth noting is a guy called the Red Dragon did one. He does the no-kill, no-detection playthrough, but he also does this thing called mostly flesh and steel, which is one of the trophies you can get, which basically means you don't use any power-ups or anything. You get given blink at the end of level 1. Now if you play the game through without buying any supernatural powers or upgrading any of your weapons or anything, then you get this achievement trophy called mostly flesh and steel. Now if you watch that the Red Dragons playthroughs, that basically shows you the easiest way to do it. And to be honest, when I've been playing through this, I've been aiming to try and find as much as I can. Try and read all the clues and little notebooks and journals and stuff, so that when I do, I've finished it now and I've restarted it to do the Clean Hands, Ghost and Mostly Flesh and Steel trophies. Because when you do it that way, I watched a couple of videos from Red Dragon, and you do miss virtually everything. You know, you are doing the absolute bare minimum to finish a level. So I thought the first time I want to actually go and see everything. I didn't want to miss anything. That's why I've been doing this murderous playthrough. And obviously kill people, and they're not going to grass me up. So yes, I like the fact that the game lets you approach each level the way you want to. You can go through and butcher everyone, you can go through and shoot everyone, or you can just sneak past everybody and they're none the wiser. I like the way that the game will give you a puzzle to it. It's not quite the right word, but it's the best I can think of right now. And there's always the best example I can give you is beginning of level 7. You start off in this prison. It's not a prison cell. It's like a ditch in the floor basically, and there's wooden slats above your head. Now there's bricks on the floor you can use to smash the slats and you can climb out. Or if you've got possession, you can possess one of the rats and slide down a tunnel. So that's one way of getting. There's two ways there to get out of that particular predicament. But also to get towards your objective, it seems to take you towards these two assassin guys that are tricky to get past. I'll confess they are bastards. But if you do a bit of exploration, you can find a way you can actually swim down into this pool and get out through a bit of a hole in the wall, which is the way I did it in the end. So even if you're watching those two guides and my work, there's always going to be yet another way of getting past each problem. What else do I like? The sound effects and the music are good. You don't notice it too much, to be honest. It does tend to be a bit on the quiet side. It kind of revels in the stealthy side of it. But the storytelling is fantastic. The amount of effort the developers have put into helping, I wouldn't say get you emotionally involved in the story because it's a computer game, but they do a good job of making you feel like you're doing something good and that you are in Dunwall, you're not in your front room like on your couch. They do quite a good job, I think. Downsides, it is a little bit short, I will confess. I mean, if you follow the Red Dragon's guides, I made a fuck up there, you can do the whole game in under 2 hours. Now, I played through this murderous campaign, it took me at least 12 hours because I was taking my time. I didn't want to miss anything the first time through. I wanted to do all the options. I mean, the other thing as well as optional side objectives, optional objectives. You don't have to do them to complete the level. But I wanted to do everything and learn all the stories and meet all the different characters and stuff. Now I'd easily spent 12 hours plus on this first playthrough. But I mean, I wasn't in a rush. I wanted to, see everything and find everything. Whereas if you can get through in 2 hours, start to finish, if you wanted it. But if you do that, I mean, even people who like to do the speed runs and stuff will admit that you're missing out an awful lot. So there aren't that many it is the only downside. It's a little bit short. If you wanted to blast through it, you could get through it under 2 hours. But like I say, I did it. It took me over 12 to do all this. I'm not quite sure what I was doing here. Pendleton's someone you have to kill in this one. As for tips, the only tip I can really give anyone is the supernatural powers I would suggest you get first. I mean, there's ones like agility and stuff. I never even bothered unlocking them. The ones you use it's definitely worth unlocking Blink level 2 if you're not going for the Mostly Flesh and Steel. Definitely get Dark Vision level 2 as soon as you can, because that also allows you to see all the pickups that are in the level and also the power units to all the different traps and stuff. That's worth getting. The possession one, I personally didn't need anything. I did get possession level 2. it's all about how you want to play the game, basically. I really wasn't I'm not bothered about possessing people. I possessed rats a couple of times and fish a couple of times, just to explore areas that I knew were there. But I've seen other playthroughs and handiwork. That's an incendiary bolt. Crossbow there. It is an 18 this game as well. You do lop body parts off and stuff. I don't like the way their mate burns to death and then just wander off. Like, it doesn't really matter. Bend time. It's fun. It has its uses. Definitely Dark Vision and Blink were the ones I went for. Just saving my game maker, I think. Or just pausing it. I can't remember. I'd definitely give this game 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5. I've played through it once. I've spent 12 hours doing it, and I still want to play it more. And there's still stuff I haven't done. And I've just recently bought the Dunwall City Trials a couple of nights ago. I've not actually had a chance to play them yet, so I will get some footage of them soon. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'm going to leave you to it now. And take it easy. And I think I'm going to try and get some Batman footage, some Batman gameplay in next. I might have a break of this for a week or two and play Batman, and then come back to this. But anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. Take it easy, and I'll speak to you later. See you later. Bye.